In our younger years, before I became cool, Nat didn't really have much time for me. She was pretty occupied with friends and parties and sneaking away to Kingston or solving problems in bathroom stalls. We got a long night to figure that out. We got time. To be honest, I didn't have time for her either. I was a lot younger. We were a big family. We were all just being kids, I guess. As the youngest in the family, I had to resort to my only tool in the belt in order to earn a little attention in the house. And that was being a proud mama's boy. I think my siblings resented me as a child because of that, but I had the love of my mother and they did not. Nat in the house was slamming on her old piano in the corner, screaming out her songs that she definitely wrote. Regina Spektor ended up covering a few of her living room hits. Ben and I remember the volume and the consistency of hearing that piano and Nat's voice every day. It was something. Little did we know she'd end up using our last name and making it to the big time and win Battle of the Bands. And when she's rolling in the Benjamins, she'll throw with me and my dog a bone. Nat didn't like fun things like tobogganing because her tailbone was too pointy. Nat tanned a lot. Nat still tans a lot. Singing and tanning Nat. It wasn't until I became cool that Nat and I started to have a relationship. When Nat came back from her trip to Australia, there was a moment in the kitchen that the four of us were having a laugh when Nat asked Ben and Mel, "When did Tom become so cool?" I assume it was puberty. Either way, the rest is history. Those years we all still lived in Belleville. Jamie had set sail, but we formed a bond between all of us that is very hard to describe. It was filled with inside jokes, movie quotes that turned into movie conversations, and confused parents who didn't know what happened and why we would all be belly laughing when somebody says that happy hours from 4 to 6, or wondering if every plant was a West Indian lilac, or simply getting up. I didn't get up any other way. Fast forward a bit, Nat had moved away to BC. She had been in a few different spots here, and she would come back home for an occasional stint. But it became clear that she wasn't going to be in Belleville anymore, and she was going to be having a big old life far away. Nat and I call each other a lot. Nat would call me every day on her bike ride home from UGM. She would call me about her day and then bike up a large hill, putting me in her pocket every day. Nat would call me in any bit of downtime she had, walking to a date, walking a dog, waiting for a client, on the SkyTrain, making food. She'd call me. Nat and I have lived in separate places for a lot of years now, so all we have is the calls. Sometimes we'd have breaks that would last a while when one of our lives was changing with a new partner or a new band or a new job, or I went to work out of town. But when we were both single, the calls were daily and very long. We talked about everything on the plate. No small talk. It was just God or our mom or Daryl or music. I would usually receive a new video of a song she's working on. The video would be her in her bedroom studio closet, each one starting with her looking in the camera and adjusting her hair and herself, and then singing her song. Nat would tell me about all the new future ex-Mrs. Malcolms and love interests along the way. Nat was heavy-hearted and felt the pressure of feeling alone pretty intense. We often thought that the love we had as a family or for each other was dampening our chances of ever trying to, or needing to have / love anybody else. Because in the back of our minds, no one would ever be as good as our brothers and sisters. Sounds kind of weird, but then she met Grease, or Daryl. Daryl seemed like the nicest guy I'd ever heard of, by description. He was from Calgary, he brews, he can drive a big truck, he's a DJ, he has triples of the Barracuda, he was very kind and very calming. Nat says that when she was freaking out, he would physically restrain her and proceed to shake her by the shoulders to literally shake her out of a mood, physically, and it would work. I know for a fact, if anybody else here would try that, that would be the end of our relationship with Nat. But Grace is really nice, so it worked. When Nat was at her highest red lines of moods, he would respond with a cool, calm, cucumber type of compliments back to her and fully throw her off pace. And it threw her off pace. It worked. Nat would tell me about this perfect dude while I would be for sure listening to every dreamy detail, paying full attention about this guy. That was awesome. He calmed her down. He reminded her that there is no test and that everything is okay. Nice work, Nat. To Nat and Daryl, may your love be as strong as our families. And may you continue to find peace